Do you ever feel like you're constantly juggling too much? Like your mind is a cluttered room, filled with endless to-do lists, worries, and the relentless pressure to keep up? In our fast-paced world, overwhelm isn't just an occasional feeling. For many, it's the default state, leaving us exhausted, anxious, and longing for a sense of calm. What if the secret to regaining control and finding peace isn't about doing more or even less, but about adopting powerful, subtle habits from an ancient culture? What if true simplicity and profound calm are within your reach, hidden in plain sight within Japanese wisdom? Today, we're unveiling 5 life-changing Japanese minimalist habits designed specifically to help you stop feeling overwhelmed. These aren't just about decluttering your physical space. They're about clearing your mind, calming your emotions, and bringing effortless purpose back into your daily life. Ready to transform chaos into calm? Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll have tangible, actionable practices to lighten your mental load and reclaim your peace. If you're tired of feeling overwhelmed and ready for a simpler, happier way of living, hit that subscribe button now. Let's find calm together. Beyond decluttering, the Japanese approach to overwhelm. When we hear the word minimalism, our minds often conjure images of stark, empty rooms, tidy closets, and perhaps a perfectly curated, Spartan aesthetic. And while physical decluttering is undeniably a powerful and liberating practice, the Japanese approach to minimalism goes much, much deeper. It's not merely about having fewer possessions. It's a comprehensive philosophy of intentional living, deeply rooted in Zen principles, that seeks to simplify not just what you own, but also your mind, your emotions, and even your relationship with time itself. For this philosophy, overwhelm isn't simply about having too many physical things crammed into your space. Instead, it's understood as a state of having too much mental noise, a relentless stream of thoughts, worries, and distractions. It's about carrying too much emotional baggage, unresolved feelings, past regrets, future anxieties, and it's about enduring too much internal pressure, the constant feeling of needing to do more, be more, or achieve more, often driven by external expectations. These 5 habits we're discussing aren't superficial quick fixes. They are subtle, yet profoundly effective, tools precisely designed to address that deeper, internal overwhelm. They're about actively cultivating inner clarity, building robust emotional resilience, and fostering a grounded, unwavering presence that allows you to navigate life's inevitable complexities and challenges with remarkable ease and calm, even when external circumstances become incredibly hectic. It's a pathway to not just manage overwhelm, but to transcend it by transforming your internal landscape. Habit 1. Kanketsu, refined simplicity. Our natural tendency when facing a complex problem or a cluttered space is often to add more gadgets, more rules, more solutions, which often just compounds the confusion. This impulse for adding can be a major source of overwhelm. Kanketsu embodies the principle of refined simplicity. It's about achieving clarity and elegance, not by adding, but by consciously and thoughtfully removing the non-essential, until only what is truly necessary and functional remains. Think of a perfectly crafted poem where every word is essential, or a beautifully simple design where nothing can be removed without compromising its essence. It's a deliberate process of purification. This habit reduces the immense weight of excess, whether it's physical clutter, unnecessary steps in a process, or redundant thoughts. It teaches you that true clarity and effectiveness come from distillation and refinement, not from frantic accumulation or hurried action. How to practice? Choose one area or process that feels particularly overwhelming right now. This could be your email inbox, your morning routine, a specific drawer, or even a repetitive task at work. Now, with the spirit of Kanketsu, consciously go through it and remove excess with awareness. Ask, is this truly necessary? Does it add value? Can this step be eliminated? Don't just remove. Understand why you're removing it. This mindful process reveals that clarity isn't rushed. It emerges through thoughtful simplification, reducing overwhelm with every reduction. Habit 2. Isagiyosa. Dignified composure in the inevitable. Life is full of endings. Projects conclude, relationships shift, plans fall through, and mistakes happen. Our common reaction to these endings, especially negative ones, is often resistance, regret, or clinging, which can lead to prolonged emotional distress and mental exhaustion. Isagiyosa represents dignified composure, grace, and decisive clarity when facing the inevitable or an ending. It's about accepting what cannot be changed with an honorable spirit, without resentment or lingering emotional baggage, and then calmly focusing on the next step. It's the integrity of letting go fully when the time comes, cutting ties cleanly. This habit develops profound emotional strength and serene resilience. It helps you close cycles cleanly, preventing the mental and emotional clutter that accumulates from unresolved issues or clinging to what's past. By accepting and moving forward with composure, you prevent overwhelm from unfinished business and emotional residue. How to practice. When you face the end of something, a finished task, a minor setback, a mistake, or even the end of a day, pause. Acknowledge it fully. Then, consciously choose to accept it with composure. Mentally or verbally say, "This is complete," or "This has happened." Don't dwell on what could have been. Instead, gently pivot your attention to the very next step, however small. This practice allows you to conclude cycles without mental overload, liberating your energy for what's truly ahead. Habit 3. Honne Tatemae. Inner truth versus social appearance. In our daily lives, we often present a social self that might not fully align with our true self. This dynamic, known in Japan as Honne, your true feelings and desires, and Tatemae, your public facade or social expectations, can become a significant source of internal overwhelm. Suppressing our Honne, or constantly trying to maintain a Tatemae that feels inauthentic, leads to immense emotional tension, stress, and a feeling of disconnect from ourselves. This habit isn't about abandoning social etiquette, but about creating space to acknowledge your Honne. It's about not letting internal conflicts fester and accumulate. Recognizing your true feelings, even silently, is a crucial step in managing emotional overwhelm. How to practice. When you feel a sense of internal discomfort, tension, or a subtle mismatch between how you're acting and how you truly feel, take one quiet minute. Step away, even if just mentally. Close your eyes and simply acknowledge what you really think or feel about the situation, without judgment or the need to act on it immediately. Just observe your Honne. This small act of self-honesty releases internal pressure, preventing the silent accumulation of unexpressed emotions that can lead to burnout and overwhelm. It's a minimalist check-in with your authentic self. Habit 4. Zanshin. Lingering presence after action. In our rush-driven world, we often jump immediately from one task to the next. Our mind's already on the future before the current activity is truly complete. This habit of constant forward momentum can leave us feeling scattered, perpetually rushed, and unable to fully process or appreciate what we've just done, leading to mental fatigue and a lack of true closure. Zanshin is a concept from Japanese martial arts meaning remaining mind or lingering spirit. It refers to the state of continued awareness and presence even after an action has been completed. It's the slight pause, the sustained vigilance, the full completion of a moment before moving on to the next. It's the quiet observation of the aftermath of an action, ensuring full closure. This habit fundamentally breaks the cycle of constant urgency and perpetual rushing, which are major drivers of overwhelm. It promotes sustained focus, reduces mental fragmentation, and ensures true completion, leading to a calmer, more integrated experience of your day. How to practice. After you complete any task, no matter how small, sending an email, finishing a meal, having a conversation, closing a book, consciously pause for a few seconds, before moving to the next thing. Take a deep breath. Acknowledge the completion. Let your mind settle on that moment before redirecting your attention. This creates natural breaks in your day, reducing the feeling of being constantly on and allowing for greater clarity and less stress between tasks. Habit 5. Ensō. The Zen circle of imperfect completeness. Do you often get stuck in cycles of perfectionism, endlessly tweaking, refining, and restarting, leading to procrastination and intense self-criticism? This pursuit of flawless outcomes is a major source of overwhelm, as it makes done feel impossible to achieve. Ensō is a sacred symbol in Zen Buddhism, a circle drawn with a single, uninhibited brushstroke, typically in one breath. It represents enlightenment, the universe, and crucially, imperfect completeness. The circle is often open, indicating that it's not a closed form, but rather a dynamic, evolving moment. There are no corrections. It's a direct expression of the present moment. This habit is a powerful antidote to perfectionism and the overwhelm it creates. It teaches you to embrace the beauty of good enough, to trust your intuition, and to find completeness in the authentic expression of the moment, even with its inherent flaws. It's about progress, not impossible perfection. How to practice. Find a piece of paper and a pen. Take a deep breath. Then, with a single, continuous stroke, draw a circle without judgment. Don't try to make it perfect. Just let it be. As you draw, observe your breath and your mental state. After drawing, simply look at your Ensō. It's complete, even with its imperfections. Apply this mindset to your tasks. Aim for meaningful completion over unattainable perfection. This practice calms the mind, radically reduces self-criticism, and symbolizes that done is better than perfect, liberating you from endless cycles of overwhelm. These 5 Japanese minimalist habits are incredibly powerful because they address the root causes of overwhelm, not just its symptoms. Overwhelm isn't simply about having too much to do. It's about feeling a chaotic internal state, a lack of control, and a constant mental hum. These habits provide the precise antidotes. By integrating Kanketsu, you actively remove physical and mental excess from your life, creating immediate clarity and reducing the sheer volume of things demanding your attention. Through Isagiyosa, you learn to release emotional baggage and the mental burden of unchangeable past events, allowing you to move forward unencumbered. Honne Tatemae helps you manage internal emotional tension by creating a safe space to acknowledge your true feelings, preventing silent stress from accumulating. Zanshin creates mindful transitions between tasks and moments, effectively reducing mental fragmentation and the feeling of constantly rushing, fostering a more grounded presence. And Ensō liberates you from the crippling grip of perfectionism, releasing the pressure to achieve impossible standards and allowing you to find peace in authentic progress. Together, these practices don't just clear your physical space. They empower you to cultivate inner clarity, emotional resilience, and a deeply grounded presence. They help you quiet the constant noise in your head, significantly lighten your mental load, and build a life where you feel capable, calm, and truly in control, even amidst the inevitable challenges. It's about curating a simpler, happier inner world, which then naturally radiates outward into every aspect of your existence, transforming your daily experience. These 5 life-changing Japanese minimalist habits offer a profound and actionable pathway to stop feeling overwhelmed and reclaim your inner peace. They invite you to move beyond superficial decluttering and embrace a mindset that cultivates deep calm, authentic self-awareness, and lasting happiness. This isn't about rigid rules or extreme scarcity, but about gentle, consistent practices that empower you to live more mindfully and meaningfully. Which of these transformative habits resonates most with you today? How will you begin to integrate its subtle power to lighten your load? Perhaps by practicing Kanketsu on your digital desktop, using Isagiyosa to gently let go of a past frustration, or drawing an Ensō to embrace your imperfect progress. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I read everyone, and your journey truly inspires others. If this video has opened your eyes to a new path toward a simpler, happier life, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might also be yearning to stop feeling overwhelmed and find their calm. Your journey to a life of quiet elegance, profound purpose, and true happiness begins now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.